Starting out with the sauce vierge, I quartered my already peeled tomatoes and scooped out the fleshy bits and seeds, which we later used those parts in our sandwich wraps the next day so they didn't go to waste. My knife skills look atrocious from this angle, but I've been dealing with very sharp knives for 14 years and I've never had any bad cuts or injuries, so it's not nearly as precarious as it might look. Next up were the shallots, where I again copied each knife move that Thomas Keller did. I gave the shallots that extra fine chop to achieve a flavor profile more than a big crunch. After a quick clean, I returned to the tomatoes and made each one as square and equal as I could manage. I did learn something very important here. Chopping makes the camera, which is on a tripod on the table, move like crazy. I'll be using a tall, floor-standing tripod for future videos when I'm chopping. Sorry for the occasional earthquake here. I absolutely love this salt and sauce vierge, so it's almost impossible to overseason this one. I think I salted several times throughout this video and it still turned out perfectly. I made this recipe so many times in the past that I completely forgot that I never measured a single thing in this meal. The fun thing about MasterClass is I was able to just pour everything in for the same amount of time that Thomas Keller did, just like this olive oil. Next is the balsamic vinegar. I only added a little bit here, but I did go in with a little more later because I used a lot more tomatoes in mine. After the balsamic is mixed in, I chopped up the parsley. This is one of those places where the camera jumped like crazy, so I trimmed it a bit. After that, I put the sauce vierge aside and turned to the arugula salad. I skipped the almonds in this because I'm just not a fan of them in a salad, and also I omitted the pickled onions due to completely forgetting that they go in here until it was too late to make them. So this salad is mostly olive oil, balsamic, salt, and the sauce vierge on top, which all complement each other wonderfully. Once that was finished, it was time to let the sauce vierge and the arugula sit while I worked on the main feature. I used a mallet to thin out the chicken breast and make them even in width on each side. Since I had 6, this took a while. I salted them well after, and then I filled up a pan with oil. Thomas Keller uses canola or grapeseed oil in most of his recipes, but I use avocado oil instead for personal preference. Usually when I'm not making a video, I have 2 of these pans running at the same time to cut down on how long this part takes. I also keep the oven warm and add each chicken breast into a pan in the oven so they don't cool down before I finish. Only using one pan, this took quite a long time. I only include a video of me cooking half of them and sped it up a bit. I don't think I'll ever go back to using just one pan again. Instead of plating individual dishes how Thomas Keller shows, which is the way I plated every time before, I decided to do this family style. This is always a dish my family enjoys, and it's easy to pull out on a regular weekday when you have about an hour to throw dinner together. Check out my accompanying blog post for more information about what I did and the breakdown on the ratings for this dish. Come back next week for my next Thomas Keller dish. This one is featured in his Bouchon cookbook. It's croque madame with mornay sauce and pommes frites. Until Wednesday!